We are going to design the touchpad such that when we'll swipe across it, the intensity of LED changes. So let's see its program. We will start with variable declaration. We will take 4 inputs. So int y1 equal to capital A0, copy, paste. This will be y2, and this will be x1, a2, and this will be a3. And we are going to take another variable known as LED, which will take input from pin number 9. You can change it, it's all upon you. We'll take another variable which will control the brightness, and we will initialize it with 0. Now coming to void setup. From here our main program start. We'll first declare that LED pin, which is 9, we are taking output from that pin. So pin mode is the keyword for that, and its first argument will be the pin number, which is already declared as 9, and the second one is the operation that we are taking it as, whether we are taking it as input or output. So we are taking it output, so we have written output, and few more declarations about the pins. So I'm going to copy it because I'm so lazy. X1 is going to act as output. Okay, X1. We are going to write X2 as low. Now what does that mean? That I am giving 0 power or ground power to pin number X2. I am going to put X1 as high, and X1 is getting the power high. That is, the power VCC and ground is supplied across 2 pins, that is X1 and X2 respectively. So the first plate of X will get the power, and the second plate, that is from where we are taking input Y1 and Y2, we are taking input from Y1 and Y2. So when we press on the touchpad, these two values will give the potential difference between that point from where we are touching. When X plate, the plate of X is having the power, and we touch across Y plate, there is a difference in resistance, and the voltage, applying the voltage divider rule, will get the potential at Y1 and across Y2, where Y1 and Y2 are complement to each other. Analog read is a function to read analog input, which we are getting from here, Y1 and Y2. We can take either of them, but remember that Y1 and Y2 are complementary to each other, so we are taking the first one because the second one will give the opposite value, Y1. Now we are giving the circuit a delay of 100 millisecond. again brightness is going to come over and over, so we are going to copy it, paste. Now there is another function known as map. What it actually does, it actually takes 4 parameters, 4 not, it actually takes 5 parameters. The first one is what parameter we are going to map. The second one is its actual range from between which it is going to vary, that is it starts with 0 and ends at 1000. Okay, and now where we are going to map it, from which range we are going to map it. Actually brightness will take only value from 0 to 255, that is 2 to the power 8 minus 1. Okay, so we are going to map it over that range only. So that will start from 0 but end at 255. It will range it linearly across these 255 points, 266.0 to 255 or 266 points. It will map linearly and store the value in brightness. Actually the value of brightness is overwritten in this statement. Brightness value was something different here, it is overwritten in this statement. Whatever will be the value of brightness in this statement is going to be printed on our screen also. Okay, if noise is coming at 45, then what it will say that brightness is less than 50, so it will not give any result. If it is greater than 50, then only it will give the result, so that the noise will be cancelled at the output. Analog write. Okay, analog write, at which it will also take 2 arguments. First one is LED, which is pin number 9, and the second one is the value of that LED. Pin number 9 is actually a digital pin, but we are using it as a PWM pin. Okay, pulse width modulated pin, which has some frequency which reduces the duty cycle, or reduces or increases the duty cycle, according to which intensity of the LED changes. Else, if noise comes, then what we should do, noise comes, then write it as LED as 0, then the output of the LED, or you may say the brightness of the LED, will become 0 if we are getting brightness less than 50. So we'll first compile it, but we first have to save this. Let's give it a name as ex1. Save. It's compiling. See, it has got no error. Now we will see the output. This is touchpad. It has got 4 pins. You may refer it as X1 and X2, and the pin, or the inside 2 pins, are the Y1 and Y2 pins. This Arduino board into A0, A1, A2 and A3. There is another pin, that is ground, which is connected with the negative terminal of this LED, and the positive terminal of this LED is connected with pin number 9 of Arduino. Connect it with computer. It started. Okay, now we will compile it. It is compiled successfully. Then if we move it, its intensity increases, and if we move down, its intensity decreases. Intensity increases, intensity decreases.